I don't know which one you prefer, Robson, or you just prefer to be called Robson. How are you, sir?
I'm fine. And how are you, sir?
No, I'm fine. I'm good. Thanks. It's good to see you. Thank you, firstly, for coming to studio to grace us with your presence tonight.
Oh, thank you for inviting me, man.
I asked you when I first saw you that are you still playing, because you look like you can still go up and down that flank, Robson. Eh?
No, I'm still playing for the Masters. For the Masters, I'm still playing. Yeah.
You don't play for Kaizer Chiefs legends?
Yeah, when called, I'm available. But most of the time, I'm playing in Mamelodi.
Oh.
So Mamelodi Masters, that is where I'm playing.
Not Mamelodi Sundowns Masters?
Nah, no. We play against them, mind you.
Oh.
Yeah, we're in the same league.
You play a league, not just Sunday football?
No, it's not just Sunday. It's a league for the Masters.
Are there any other players that we know, or any other Masters that we might know that play in this league?
Yeah, they are, but most of them I haven't met them, all this stuff. Yeah, but they are.
In your team, are you the star?
Well, even Nkata is in my team.
Oh, Kingston.
Yeah, Kingston Nkata is in my team as well.
We spoke to him the other day.
We're playing together, sometimes, all this stuff. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. And coaching? Are you still coaching?
Yeah, I'm coaching. Coaching doesn't go anywhere because they're kids. Kids will always be there. So I'm still coaching in the development side. Yeah, that is where I'm coaching.
And did you want to be a coach? Did you always want to be a coach? Even when you were playing, did you think you would be coaching?
I didn't dream of being a coach, but football. I'm passionate more about football. So I think that is what ended up me being a coach, because after playing, if you want to continue with football, I think you need to be in the administration or into coaching. But I'm not an administration person. Yeah, so that's why I went into coaching.
You want to smell the grass?
Definitely.
Do you like working with the youth?
Yeah, definitely. Oh, yeah.
Because the last time we spoke, you were with Super Sport schools.
Soccer schools, yeah.
Soccer schools,
yeah,
yes.
Definitely. I was with Super Sport soccer schools last time. Working with kids, it's something, man. Even if you have stress, you are distressed, because once you are in front of them, they like to ask a lot of questions, a little bit of naughtiness, but you enjoy it because that's who they are. You just need to calm down and be like them, and I'm telling you, enjoy, man.
You get a lot of joy there.
You get a lot of joy, man.
Okay, Robson Muchichwa is here with us. What about your own kids? Do they play? Because I know you've got a boy that plays in Zimbabwe, Humphrey. We've heard about him.
Humphrey, yeah. I've got a boy played Humphrey, and I've got a girl as well. Janet Muchichwa.
Oh.
Yeah, she's doing well. She's playing, and that girl, I've been training her since she was 5.
You?
And I think in terms of skills, she's okay. And right now she needs to go into bigger things, like whereby now she needs to go into a team and play with other girls now, because she has developed all the skills in terms of controlling and passing and all the basic skills which are needed. Yeah.
Is she a left footer?
No, she's not a left footer. She was asking me, why Dad are you kicking with left? Me, I'm kicking with right. So I'm like, I don't know. I think it's nature. That's how God wants it to be.
Yeah. But it's good. I like the fact that you're working with a young girl. Women's football is improving, and it's so good to see, especially with the success of Banyana
Definitely.
And what Desiree Ellis is doing. I think it's encouraged more girls to take up the sport. So we wish her all the best. Janet Muchichwa. Oh, no pressure with that surname, eh? There will be a lot of pressure with that surname.
Yeah, there will be a lot of pressure. I think I always tell you that wherever you are, you need to be disciplined and be a hard worker, in terms of, especially when you are into football. Because people always want to compare you, all this stuff. But she's enjoying herself now. Yeah.
Does she support Chiefs?
Wow, she supports Pirates, man.
Okay.
She likes Pirates more than Chiefs. The reason why she doesn't like Chiefs, the era of Kaizer Chiefs losing, all this stuff. So she doesn't want to be a loser. She doesn't want to associate with losers. So that's what she always tells me. So I don't support Chiefs. I always support Paris because they're always winning.
And it might sound like a joke, but sometimes when you tell these youngsters how big a team Chiefs is and what they used to win, they don't believe us. Eh?
They don't.
Because they don't see them. They don't know it. They don't see it.
Exactly.
Yeah, and that must be a big concern for you as a club legend, because there was a time we once spoke to you after one of the games and you were saying it pains you when Chiefs loses, because even in the streets, people stop you and they want to talk about Chiefs.
Exactly. Definitely, they want to talk about Chiefs. Actually, it's like I'm Chiefs myself, because wherever I go, people don't ask me about Qwaqwa Stars. Only people, very few people, who ask me about that. But most of them is like, your club, man, what is happening? Your club, man, what is happening? And you end up not knowing what to say because the club is not doing well.
Yeah.
You see.
But why is that? Why are they not doing well? What do you think it is? Obviously, you're not close to the action, but you've got a trained eye, Robson.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's the commitment actually. Players are not committed enough, because losing games left and right. That means you have the players who are not doing the right thing, and they are not committed enough, and they are not ready to fight for the coach, because when you fight for the coach, that means the team is gonna win. When you fight for the coach and the team wins, so they are not fighting for the coach for me. You need to fight for the coach, because sometimes we need to face the reality whereby you have a coach here, he likes you, he signed you, he gave you an opportunity, and you don't fight for him. What happens if that coach goes and then another coach comes in, and only to find that you are not in that coach's plan? The opportunity is gone.
And the badge, are they fighting for the badge?
Come
Do you
again?
think they realize what it is to play for Kaizer Chiefs?
I don't think, man. I don't think they realize it enough, because you can't be repeating the same thing every day. You need to correct it at some point. So I don't know why they are not doing that. Correct it and try and fight for the badge. Because, man, it's not about football only. It's about how much you have in your heart. You need to have a big heart when you're at Chiefs. You don't have a small heart. You need to have a big heart, because there's a lot at stake. Right now, there are people who are traveling, coming from almost like Western Cape.
Yes.
They don't have money for a flight they drive. How many hours?
Yes.
You see, you need to think about all those things. There's a lot at stake. It's not about you yourself alone. You need to think about what is at stake here.
And do you think that was the difference back in your days?
Yeah, because when I got signed, I know that I need to fight for my position. At first, you need to know that we have got 5 foreigners. From those 5 foreigners, you need to be 3 inside the pitch. Already we have got our own competition as foreigners before we include the whole team. So for me, this is what I say. I think they need competition. Because if you could say that, hey, I'm in the pitch, but when you look back, there's quality on the bench. So you know that once you mess up, somebody comes in, the jersey is gone. But nowadays, it's no longer there.
And back in your days, everybody wanted to go to Chiefs. It was a big thing to play for Chiefs.
Exactly, because we played for fame, most of us. We played for fame.
And it came.
And fame was something big by then. And it came. There wasn't much about money. Because some teams, I think by NSL, I think some teams were getting maybe 150,000.
Oh, yeah, you played in the days of NSL,
100,000.
before 96.
Exactly. Exactly. Because I came in South Africa in 94.
During that time of the election.
Exactly. In the midst of election, that is when I came to South Africa. And when I arrived in Qwaqwa, tires were burning. So it's another story that I'll tell, whereby I wanted to go back home. I don't know what is happening. I'm in a place, I'm new, and tires are burning. So that is the time when I came.
Okay, we're going to talk, and it was cold.
Wow.
I remember Bunane Ngwadwana was here in studio and he was telling us he had a culture shock when he got to Qwaqwa.
Don't talk about that place. That place is cold, man. That place is very cold, man.
And
I don't know how I can describe that place. But it's not a good place to visit in winter.
Yeah.
That's what I can say.
And they speak a language you didn't understand.
Wow, so true.
But now I'm sure you are fluent, eh? Bunane Ngwadwana even speaks Sotho.
Yeah, no, Linda Gabu Sotho. I can't happy go Qwaqwa here. A Beaver Muchichwa.
Oh, Beaver! I remember
Yeah,
Beaver.
go Qwaqwa.
When you were doing interviews, you used to mention Beaver, ne? When you were still playing.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, Robson Muchichwa is here. Sarafina or Mashamplane, whatever you want to call him. 0605842250 is the number for the voice notes. It's better if you call us so you can speak directly to him on 086-000-2479. Smart. Looking at the lines here. Chock-a-block. Ooh, I expected this anyway. Let's start Mtata. Where do we start Mtata? Roger? No, actually, let's start in Harry Smith. Is that Chugulo in Harry Smith? Oh, no, we are good, thanks. Robson Muchichwa is here. Can you... Okay, just hold on.
Okay, just play.
Okay, hold on. We're gonna just try and fix Robson Muchichwa's headphones so he can hear you. He can't hear you at the moment. Chukulo 086 0002479 is the number for voice notes. Okay, he can hear you now. Go ahead.
Sure, how are you, my brother? No, I'm okay, my brother. How are you? No, I can't leave all over suit. It's a case of one suit to that. It's a case of one suit to that. I can write in that. Yeah.
So what's the problem, Chukulu? Quick one, we have to move on. In terms of signings. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna have to move on just because of time, but I've got that. I'll let Robson respond to that. Let's go to Roger Mtata. Good evening, Roger. No, we are good, thanks. Robson is here. Hey, your wife taught you a lot, eh? Oh!
Yes.
Whoa! You know this guy, Robson?
Yeah, I know this guy from Tata.
Yeah, from Mtata.
No, I know him very much.
So where's your sister? Where's your wife? Oh, okay, wonderful. You must greet her for us.
Definitely.
No, I guess so. Tumeleli interview. You will send them this link and share it there.
Okay, I will do that, my brother.
Okay, thanks, Roger, for that call then from Umtata. On that note, Robson, I know we were not going to bring it up, but many people don't know you actually signed for Umtata bags, for bush bags. Eh?
No.
And you didn't stay for long.
No.
3 days.
I didn't stay. I stayed for 3 days, yeah.
3 days.
3 days. Yeah.
And then you were back
And I was
at
back
Kaizer Chiefs.
Kaizer Chiefs. And then I had to go to Ria Stars as well.
You had to go to Ria Stars. But let's talk about how you came here to South Africa then. Do you remember how you were spotted?
Yeah, definitely. I remember when I was spotted. I was playing for under 20 national team in Swaziland. Yeah, that is where there were a lot of scouters actually. Yeah, so that is where Brian Mike scouted me. But in the mind of Brian Mike, there was another player by the name of Percy Mwase. He was playing for Black Aces as well. So now,
which was your team?
Yeah, exactly. So we were playing in the same team. But Percy Mwase, I think the disadvantage which was there, Percy was a bit older. So my Brian Mike had to opt for me because of the age as well. So yeah, that is when I came to South Africa.
And was it a goal though for you to come to South Africa? Did you think you would come that far with football?
I didn't think because by then, you remember, by only the 90s I came. It was for me to come to South Africa. It was a choice because by then in the 90s Zimbabwe was not into the struggle which is there now. So for me it was a choice, to say I would love to go there, so then experience some of other things. As a footballer, you don't know where you end up being. So it was quite a big shock as well to say I'm going into another country for the first time. For the first time, going to stay into another country. So it was a bit.
And that time you're not coming to Joburg, you're going to Qwaqwa.
Yeah, I'm not coming to Joburg. I'm going to Qwaqwa. I'm passing Joburg actually. I'm going to Qwaqwa. Yeah. And I didn't know about Qwaqwa. To tell the truth, I didn't know about Qwaqwa. I only knew that about there's Joburg. I didn't know about Qwaqwa. So when I got there, I'm like, yeah. When I wake up in the morning, because we arrived there around 2-3 in the morning. So I sleep. I didn't see anything else. I sleep. So when I wake up in the morning, I'm in the village, and right now the tires again, they were burning. It was 1994. It was election time. So yeah. So there was a time I wanted to go back. I'm like, no, I'm in the wrong place here. I don't belong here.
Did it help you that Peter Nyama was here, the Zimbabwean coach?
Yeah, it did help me, but I just wanted to go back, whether Peter Nyama was there or not.
You wanted to go back home?
There was a time I wanted to go back because I wasn't familiar with the environment. Mind you, it was not a struggle for me to come, so I had a lot of good memories back home.
Were you a star back home already?
I was not a star.
Were you rising?
I was rising. I was rising actually.
At Aces?
At Aces. Yeah.
That's where Kama Billiard and Knowledge, Musona come from?
Most of them on the development structures. Definitely, yes.
And who was there? Who else was there that came to South Africa during your days at Aces?
I think for me the Mugabe brothers,
Wilfred and William.
Yeah, Wilfred and William, and John Bizo.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
Santos.
we were together at Black Aces, so it was a good team.
But the Free State Stars team the Qwaqwa Stars team was also good. Did you realize how good that team was? When did you realize that actually here you've got a team that can even go and win Coca-Cola Cup?
Yeah, man. For me, I wasn't thinking like that, but as time goes on, I realized that we have something here. We have a good team, actually. Until we won the Coca-Cola Cup, and that is where now we have a good team here.
Had you won something before in Zimbabwe?
No, like I was saying, I was a rising star. So for me to be playing in the Premier League was something big for me because it was for the first time.
Oh, because you were still under 20.
Those were my first years to play, so it was an honor for me to be there. Besides winning, already I was a winner to be there. So I wasn't winning in terms of trophy. So 1994, when I came to Qwaqwa, this is when I started to win the trophy.
And you beat Hellenic in that final.
I beat Hellenic.
Bunene Ngwandwane scoring twice.
Yeah, Bunene Ngwandwane.
And then they gave him a 24 of Coca-Cola. And no check.
No, actually the check was there. People when they talk, they just talk. But obviously there was a prize.
Yeah.
There was a prize.
What do you remember about that final?
What I remember about that final was me tormenting Gavin Hunt.
Because he was a right back.
Yeah, he was a right back, and I was a left winger. That is one thing I remember. I tormented him very well.
Do you remind him when you see him?
Yeah, definitely. We always, were talking together. And most of the people they don't believe that I played with him because he retired before before me actually. Yeah.
Were you dribbling him?
Oh, wow. That was a tough game with the Baines brothers.
Oh, David Ben, Baji Ben, that whole family.
Definitely.
Yes.
The father was a coach.
Carlos Das Neves and all those guys.
Definitely. That was a good Hellenic team.
Okay. And what a season it was, though, for free. Because there's another cup final you also went to after that. You went to two more.
Yeah, we played Coca-Cola finals 2 times. The other one we lost to
Bushbucks.
I think we played 3 times in Coca-Cola, if I'm not mistaken. Because I think we lost one to Bushbucks, and then we lost another one to Val Professional.
Oh, with Robinson Siakamela.
Exactly.
That big man up front.
Yes, and then we went to BP Cup final. We lost to Orlando Pirates in Bloemfontein, if I'm not mistaken.
So why was that? I always ask this Free State Stars players because that team always reminds us of the Bushbucks. You know, Bushbucks was also popular. Even the African Wanderers. Football was very good at the time. Why was that Free State Stars team, in your opinion, so good? Someone once said there were no stars. That's why they were so good.
Yeah, there were no stars actually, but you know, for me, we had a good coach. We had a person who was a good planner. For me, that guy was a good planner. May he so rest in peace, Coach Peter Nyama. He was a good planner for me. You know, he knew the right players he wanted. He knew the players who can work for him. He knew the players who can work for him for the day. So he was special on those situations and the preparation of it as well. Yeah, he was good.
And there was balance in that team, ne?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He knew all those things, balancing up of the team.
Coach Rameli Qwaqwa would have been there. Was he there at the time?
Yes, he was the one who was playing.
He was at the back.
Or centre back.
Yeah.
Exactly. He was the one who was, and there was my captain.
Temba Sitole.
He was playing the right back.
There was Maradona also.
The one who scored the one who scored the 3rd goal in the final.
Yes.
Coca-Cola final, exactly.
Sipokuse. Part of that team also.
Part of that team as well.
Bunenengadwane. Were you feeding him with crosses?
Yeah, exactly. Joseph Maputse,
yeah. Fiz Molloy. Another one.
You know, what do you call it? Yeah, there were a lot.
John Tlale. What a team. Yeah, you are taking us back. And how was the chairman at the time, Bram Mike?
I think Bram Mike, like I said, he knew. He's the one who assembled those players.
Oh, not the coach. It was Bram Mike that put the players together.
Yes, actually the coach will say, and Bram Mike will go and view and see if it can work for the team. But actually most of the players who came in there, they were working for the team. So I think they were making a good choice for them.
Why is it though these days, back in the days you could watch Bushbucks and Qwaqwa Stars. These days now people only want to watch Chiefs, Pirates and Sundowns. If there's a Magesi and the Royal AM match, people are not interested. Is it the quality of football?
I think it's the quality of football, because if you can check back then, you know, Bushbucks, Qwaqwa Stars, they were getting into finals.
Val Professionals, the Amazulus back in the days.
You know, things were happening. All these so-called small teams, they were competing.
So which means the standard was high at the time.
The standard was high at the time, exactly. Because mind you, our football was not more of skill. I'll say skill was there, but our football, if you can check, most of our players were more physical. We were more playing physical football.
And you were a wing back, eh?
Exactly.
Before wing back started overlapping, you were already going up and down. Okay, you went more up than down though. Robson Muchichwa. Did you go to, there's a college that all these guys always tell us they went to. Coach Steve, Serame, Fiz Molloy, Tia College. You didn't go do teaching there?
No. Me, I came, I joined them. But most of those guys, yes. They were teachers? They went into that college for teaching, exactly.
And you could see it helped them, eh?
Yeah,
they've turned out, they've done very well, most of the players from Free State Stars.
When you are educated, that means you are intelligent.
Yeah. Okay, Robson Muchichwa is here with us. Call us 086 0002479, or you can send us voice notes on 060-584-2250. I know a lot of people want to get into his time at Kaizer Chiefs, and we're going to get into that after the break. But we've got a couple of voice notes firstly that we're going to play.
But we as South African are struggling with all resources that we have, but we can't break through to EPL. What can we learn from Zimbabwean players who are now excelling at the EPL? What can we learn from them?
Good evening, Ademusia and the legend. I remember, I think it's 1998, the game of Kaizer Chiefs versus Pirates. Muchichwa passes Qwaqwa and he scored a very beautiful goal. And then Muchichwa is one of the people that made me to love Kaizer Chiefs even more. Thank you so much to hear from you.
Except Tabiso, we have a great legend there. Robson Muchichwa. Oh, that guy, he used to run on the left flank like nobody business. And Robson Muchichwa still holds the most selling kick-off magazine ever.
Oh yeah.
The most selling
Oh yeah.
kick-off magazine ever. He was on the cover on that time.
Good evening, Mr. Msia. This is Joe from Social. You know, whenever I hear Robson's voice on the radio, what rings in my head is, as doctor, the professional, as for Robson, she ran, but Robson, she never come back. He knows who I'm talking about. Robson, man, you will always remain one of the best players that has ever played for Kaizer Chiefs, especially at left back. And currently, as you can see, that our team is really struggling at left back. What do you really think that it's wrong with the current players that are?
Hola, Kebza, hola. Hey, mfethu Robson Muchichwa da. Kumbola indlela wemkhwaza ngayo Paul Dolezar. Athi put petrol, Robson, put petrol. Up and down.
Meet Maria. Meet her family.
Taking you on a sports journey beyond the field. Radio 2000, our music, your memories.
Yeah, Mashamplan is here. Robson Muchichwa. Do you know how you got the nickname Robson Mashamplan?
Not really, but you know, it comes from the fans.
Yeah.
Yeah, football fans. But I don't know who started it.
And Sarafina?
Same as Sarafina when I was playing for Zimbabwe national team, I think. You know, that is where everything started.
Yeah.
I not actually, when I went to play for Black Aces in Harare, that is where Sarafina name came up, you know. So for me, I wasn't thinking that it's gonna be bigger and bigger as it is. Yeah. That is the only shock to see that things with something which started small, now it gets bigger. And you don't know who starts it.
You know, there's even the cheese cop was called Muchichwa, right?
Yeah.
When people go and cut, they say they want to do Muchichwa. And Robson Muchichwa. That was your influence. But how big a move was it then for you? You've already touched on it on joining Kaizer Chiefs. Did things change for you? Everything changed for you after you left cold Qwaqwa.
Yeah, actually, obvious when you come to play for a bigger team, there's a lot of change as well, and that's when I started to be called in the national team as well. Oh. So it is starting to be recognized in so many things, and then the lifestyle as well has to change because you are in a bigger place now. You see, and your dream is coming true. For me, because playing for a bigger team in any country, it's a dream come true.
How does the lifestyle change though?
Yeah, it changes because there's a lot of movement around you, in terms of friendship, lifestyle, all the other things, of which as a player you just need to be more careful around it. Yeah, because if you're not careful, you won't come out alive.
Yeah, because those were the days of Chabupuli.
Yeah, you won't come out alive. Because you are in a bigger seat, in Joburg, so.
Did you also get distracted a little bit?
Yeah, you get distracted because they are good friends, and they come to you. They are those friends who just come to you because you are famous. So you end up not knowing who's who, what friendship do we have. So no, if you are just a person who just follows everything, you end up in trouble because there are those friends who don't care about you. They only care about you themselves and what they are getting from you. Of which is something which I would love to tell to the youngsters who are playing nowadays, to say you need to be more careful of friends. Friends first. Those are the most dangerous people, the closest friends. You need to be more careful. You know, they'll come to you, I can die for you. I can do this for you because you are still there. So be more careful, be yourself, be more disciplined, know what you want. You are the one who's playing. So
and when everything is gone, they're also gone.
They're gone.
Yeah.
You see.
But at Chiefs, that's when then you became a left back. How did you feel about the change? Dolezar turned you from a left wing to a left back.
Yeah, it was tough. It was tough. But one thing I knew is that I was tough enough to stand for the pressure. But I was not used to that place, to play in that situation, because I was used to be a winger whereby there's somebody behind me. When I make a mistake, I'm like, there's somebody.
You're covered.
I'm covered.
Now you must defend.
Now you must defend. How you must be defend? You must be going. And if you don't have it, you must come and defend. But I knew that I have got the strength to do that. It was a question of changing the mindset and get over it and do the job.
Is that where all this talk about Dolezar saying you don't have petrol comes from?
Yeah, definitely, because it was tough from box to box, going at maybe 200, and then you can't be coming back again at 200, But I used to try, because when you try, you cover the ground. So I used to specialize on covering the ground. That is what helped me a lot. Because even if you know how to cover the ground, then things will come easy for you.
But how was your relationship with Paul Dolezar?
Yeah, obviously, if a coach knows that you are dying for him, the relationship comes stronger. I think I had a strong relationship for you with him, because you knew that this player is there to die for me. He will play for me. The more he's playing for me, the more the team is winning, the more things are going well. So the relationship was good.
And as a coach, where do you rate him?
He was a good coach, high coach.
Top.
I rate him as a top coach. He was a top coach. With Paul Dolezar, sometimes people, they thought he was funny, but sometimes it was because of English. The French guys, English sometimes it's a problem. Whereby sometimes you want to say another word, but you end up saying he's a thief, or maybe you say he wants to, or maybe you want to say he's a cheater. You end up saying another word. So for me, that was the only But we as players, we did understand you. You need to understand your coach, because he understands you. That's why he's putting you in the pitch. So now you need to understand. So we did understand him. It's sometimes.
But the unthinkable happened, Robson.
Yeah.
When you went to Chiefs, they gave you jersey number 15. Hey, you're a brave man, and you took it. Jersey number 15.
Yeah, definitely. But for me, it was not a big deal. The big deal was the job which I'm facing. Yeah, because I was a new player at Kaizer Chiefs, so I had to say, I don't mind about the jersey. Anybody can wear a jersey. It's just a number. You see, of which I still wish, that jersey needs to be worn by somebody, because they need to celebrate it. But if that jersey is out, why are the youngsters going to celebrate that jersey? So for me, that jersey needs to be celebrated if someone wants that jersey to be celebrated, because you can't keep something. The youngsters, how are they going to know about it? It needs to be celebrated by some youngsters.
Even though it's Dr. Kumalo's jersey.
Yeah. Yeah, he needs to embrace it and give it to the youngster to celebrate it, so that they can know that when he's wearing it, he'll always say, I'm wearing number 15, which was being worn by Dr. Kumalo. Because if you can check jersey number 10, we're always talking of Pele and Maradona because of that jersey.
Okay, Robson, we're going to take a short break. We'll wrap up after this break, because there are a lot of people that are reminding us about a certain Rothmans Cup. Up our conversation with Robson Muchichwa. A lot of people, Robson, are asking me to ask you about the Rothmans Cup. What memories do you have of the Rothmans Cup? Because you scored in that controversial one.
I think the best memory is the goal.
The bicycle kick.
Bicycle kick goal I scored. Even people wherever I go, they talk about it. Yeah, I think for me that was the moment.
And what was it? You always seem to save some of your best games for Sundowns, eh?
Yeah.
Why? You agree?
I do agree. Even when we played the Bushbucks Cup, Coca-Cola Cup, when I was in Qwaqwa, semi-finals, we beat Sundowns in Felcom. Yes, and I was the one who scored.
So there was something.
So I don't know.
But We have to address the elephant in the room. How do you feel about the controversy that always surrounds the Rothmans Cup?
Well, people have got opinions. You always have opinions. Even if whether it's a good game or a bad game, people will always have opinions. So, whatever you believe in, about whatever you saw in that game, I think it was, because when you start talking, we'll argue, because you will say this and say that, but whatever you believe in whatever happened on that day, I think it's the best, because that's what you saw.
What did you see?
I won the game. Yeah, that's what I saw.
That's what the results say.
The result says we won the game.
What I didn't know, and you had told us before we started, is that you are friends with Fire Masilela.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, with Fire Masilela. People, they always think I'm a best friend, because I remember with City Pillars in Zanini. We stayed in the same apartment. We stayed together. We were moving up together. We were doing everything together until today.
You are still in touch?
Yes, definitely.
But is he not the guy you gave that tackle? Hard tackle?
Well, I mean, that's what work related. Yeah, it's work related.
So you are mature enough to understand that?
To understand. Even him, he was mature enough to understand that. Yeah.
He's accepted?
It's work related. But in the same time, people, they think it was something good. I didn't enjoy it, because, somebody's career. Somebody has got kids. And it happens in a moment, because sometimes I believe in football, you are half made, half normal. Whereby sometimes you can lose it, and after that you...
Did you break his leg?
No, I didn't break him, but the way I went, I wasn't, after that, I wasn't in a good mood. Because, I think of, yes, what a family, what if I break, what was going to happen? You see, so it's not a good thing. It's not something fun whereby I'm enjoying. People, they always meet me and think I'm enjoying it. I enjoyed it. No, I didn't enjoy it.
You had a few battles, though, not just with Fire. Joseph Ngake is another one. Steve Lekolea is another one. Who gave you the toughest time?
I think we used to give each other a tough time. I think because when you meet with Joseph Ngake, you are meeting somebody with speed. So you need to come up with a plan to defend that speed. When you are meeting with Steve Lekolea, you are meeting with somebody who is skillful. So you need to deal with that as well in a different way. So all of them, they were coming up in a different way. I think they were good as well.
Who was a difficult defender to get past, though?
A difficult defender to get past?
When you were a winger?
To me, I don't think there was any. I don't think there's any I remember.
Yeah.
Who gave me that time whereby I don't even breathe. I don't think.
And who was the hard one to mark then when you were the left back?
The hard one to mark? I would say, there was, I don't know. There was Benny McCarthy's brother.
Jerome.
I don't know.
Jerome.
When you played Santos every time. That guy used to give me territory.
He was quick.
I think everything with me and him, it was not combining. I tried a lot of things. I think that guy, I don't know. But in other players, I was not like, when you play other players, it's not like that. But when you meet him, he was giving me territory.
That's an interesting one. How do you feel about the game tomorrow, Robson?
Yeah, I made the best team win, but I think it would be nice if Kaizer Chiefs can win that game, so that at least they have done something for here, and again, playing in CAF. I think if we win this one, we play in CAF as well. So I think it will be good for Chiefs to be.
But you still need to get to top 8 in the league first. The final is next week.
Yeah. But for me, I would say focus on the cup than the league. Yeah, that's.
So the cup is the more important game of these two derbies.
For Kaizer
Chiefs, yeah.
Cup is more important than the league now.
So that Janet can at least see Chiefs win a trophy, eh? Maybe she can come back home, Robson.
Yeah, I can see. May the best team win tomorrow, but it's not important for.
But you are Kosi for life.
Yeah, I'll say that, but they're disappointing me, man. I'm even shy to say I'm a Kosi for life. But yes, I'll die a Kosi for life, because wherever I am, I'm written Kaizer Chiefs. So I'll never run away from it. Yes, I am.
And is Nabi the right man for the job, from what you've seen this season?
I don't know. In terms of the quality which is there, I don't think he is. But yeah, I think if he can get more quality, with what he's having, I think he can be the right coach.
Oh, so you agree with those that say there's lack of quality at Kaizer Chiefs?
Definitely there is.
Okay, Robson, we have to leave it here just because of time, but thank you for joining us here in studio tonight. It's been a pleasure talking to you. You are quality yourself, quality left foot also, quality human being, Robson Muchichwa. We wish you all the best. Hopefully we'll see you playing in those Legends games very soon also.
Thank you, my brother.
Okay, we're going to have to leave it there because of